So we'll learn inshallah ayat number 130 of Surah Al-An'am today. So we'll do a simple translation first. Here in this ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning a scene of the hereafter. On the day of judgment, all the creation, especially mentioned here, are al-jinn and al-ins, the mankind and the jinn kind. They will be gathered on the day of judgment. And a short conversation is mentioned here. Actually, what is mentioned is a question that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put forth to the jinns and the man. And then a response will come from them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has quoted the response and the question in this one ayat, okay, in Surah Al-An'am. Okay. So we'll do a simple translation first and then we'll do a detailed breakdown. So Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ma'ashar al-jinni, O the company or the gathering of al-jinn, wal-insi, and the mankind. So people have been and jinns have been gathered on the day of judgment, and a question is being asked. Alam ya'tikum, did not come to you, has not come to you. So the reference is being made of the worldly life, that when you were in the world, dunya, jinns and human, did not come to you rusulun. Rusulun is the plural of rasul, the messengers. Did not come to you the messengers, minkum, among you, from among you. They were not outsiders, but they were from among you. Yaqussuna, mentioning or narrating or talking. Qissa is stating something. Okay, they were talking to you. Alaykum means to you. Ayati, my signs or my verses, or the books that I sent with them, or the signs that I mentioned. They put in front of you, they mentioned those ayat, those signs. That's the one thing they did. The second thing they did, وَيُنذِرُونَكُمْ, and they were warning you. The messengers were warning all of you. Liqa means meeting, mulaqat. Meeting of yawmikum haza, of this day, today. That one day you will go and meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So every messenger did this thing. He presented the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in front of the people, and he also gave them a warning that a day will come when you are going to meet your Lord. Hazam is this. So this is at this point the statement that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making to the jinns and the ins that ended. Now comes the response. From this point on, the response comes from, now this is a pluralist response, qalu. Okay, and we'll look into that grammatically and from the context. From the context, the meaning is they will say, they will reply. Now here, it is not clear, but assumption is that because both kinds are being addressed, man and jinn, so the reply will come from both of them. It's a plural, but all the mans and all the jinns. What qalu, they will say. Shahidna, we testify, we bear witness. Ala anfusina. Now Allah is usually translated upon, but here its translation is against. Anfusina, ourselves. So today we witness, we testify against ourselves. Nobody does that. People testify against others. But today we admit our guilt. We accept that yes, the messengers came, the signs came, the verses came when we were living, but we did not follow them. So today we are criminal and we are judging ourselves by witnessing, testifying against us, against ourselves. وَغَرَّتْهُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. And the life of the world, Hayatul Dunya, life of the world, had deceived us. Okay. We had fallen into deception when we were living in the worldly life, so that was our fault. That was our crime. That was our sin. Okay. So they will admit that, they will testify. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says one more time, وَشَهِدُوا, and they will witness, they will give testifying, ala anfusihim, against their own selves. And what was that? Annahum kanu kafirin, that indeed they were the ones who were rejecting or disbelieving in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. So this is a simple conversation, but it's the admission of the wrong that people had done and the jinns had done. Okay. So ayat is left at this point. Now it's upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala how the decision will be made, how is he going to deal with the people there and the jinns. So that is the gist of the ayat. So inshallah we'll go back. We have seen last time, but we'll repeat this, that the word Ya is used as O to address someone. Okay. Now here, Ain, Sheen and Ra are the root letter, and Ma'asharun word is a noun, and it means group or company. Some people who get together, a company, that's called Ma'asharun. Okay? A group of people, okay, it's called Ma'asharun. Or people or jinns or any kind. Okay. Now here the first word which is coming after that is Al-Jinnu, which is plural, the jinns. Okay, so this is okay. Ma'asharun and Al-Jinnu. So when you combine these together, a relationship between two nouns. Okay, this is a noun, Ma'asharun, and Al-Jinnu is the noun. And we put an of in between, it becomes a relationship. This is called the rule of Mudaf and Mudaf ilayh. Means Mudaf is from the Izafa, adding one noun into other noun. Okay. So in English we put an of, and you have been following this. On the first word, we replace these two dhammas by one, and in the second one we change dhamma to a kasra. That's the rule which gives the meaning of off in between. Okay, so it becomes Ma'asharul Jinni, the group or the company of jinns. Okay, and then when you put a ya in the beginning, addressing some to represent that this group is being called, we change this dhamma to a fatah. Purely the effect of ya. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing here, O the company of jinns or the group of jinns. So he's addressing all the jinns who are standing in front of him on the day of judgment. And by calling them, O company of jinns. So now the letter in between is wow, which means and. Okay. So this characteristic of this letter wow is that everything that was here will also apply to the next word. So if you want to speak, the full word will be Ya ma'ashar al-insi. Okay. Everything that was before wow is applying to one group, it will apply to the next group also. So, or you can say, O company of jinns and man. Okay, that's the reason. Is insi there. What made this insi? The word was insu. Okay, so if I look at the word, is al insu, the man. Okay, that's the word. So what you're doing, you're taking the same word ma'sharun and combining this time with al-insu. So just like al-jinnu became al-jinni, al-insu became al-insi. Okay. So this changes to al-insi, and then ya will apply. Okay. Ya is affecting only ma'ashar. That's okay. But insu became insi and jinnu became jinni, because this rule is applying to both separately. Okay, but it's being written only one time. And the man. Or mankind. And the man includes the women, or the mankind, all the men. Okay?
Or rather, the company of jinns and of the man, of being implied.
Yes. Yeah. So you can separately say, O company of jinns and O company of ins. Okay, it's like to put a parenthesis and take out the ma'ashar outside, and it will apply to both of them. Okay. So that is the addressing. So what happens when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling them, addressing them, okay, they will turn their attention to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're scattered all over, on the day of judgment. They will focus what is being said to them. Okay, that is the purpose of using the word letter ya, or the word ya. You draw the attention of the people or the jinns you want to speak to. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the speaker here. Okay. Then the word is alam ya'tikum. Let's look at these words. So first of all, the word or the letter alif, okay, is written this way. And this brings a question mark. Okay. As I said, this Fatah is written in the Indo-Pak script, but is actually Hamza there. Okay, the Usmani script. So you can read either way. But the meaning is to make a statement, a question statement. And we'll see how it happens. Then we have the word lam. Okay. Lam does few things. Lam. First of all, it makes the statement negative, which means it brings the meaning of not. Okay. Okay. The other thing it does, it changes it up. Okay, first of all that. Now it is used, I'm going to write down because it's very important. It is used with present and future. Okay, the word which is present or future, the grammar, it is used with that, and we'll see that. Third thing it does, it pulls the meaning in the past. Even though it is used with the present, but meaning goes into the past, and we'll see that. And one more thing it does, it puts its jazm. Okay. So just know this and we'll apply this rule here. So let's look at the word. Alif, ta, and ya. These are three root letters. Okay, and just to be specific, I'm going to put a hamza here, which is just like alif. Okay, at this time, the meaning of this is to come. Meaning is to come. Ata, alif, ta, and ya meanings to come. Okay. Now, when we have these three letters, fa, ayn, and lam, means to do. If you put a ya in the beginning, yaf'alu, it is the present tense or future tense. Okay? And the meaning is that he does or he will do. Okay. Yaf'alu, the letter ya brings the meaning of present tense and future tense. Okay. Now combined word for present and future in Arabic is mudari. Okay. So this is mudari. When you hear the word mudari, that means it's just simply present and future. For the past tense, one word madi. Okay. And for the present and future, like in English, combined meaning is mudari. Okay. So that's what I meant is that it is used with present and future. Okay. Which means it is used with this kind of grammar only, not about the past. Okay, so now we are going to apply this word here on this template. Okay, so alif, ta, ya instead of fa, ayn, and lam. So you apply this rule here. So you have a ya in the beginning with a fatha. Okay, the three letters after that are alif, ta, and ya. So you have an alif or hamza, ta, and ya. Okay. Then alif has a sukoon. Okay. Ta has a fataha, and ya has a dhamma. Same harakat. Okay. So now we'll spend a little bit more time to really understand few things here. So the meaning will be he comes or he will come. Okay, so first of all, meaning. Third person, he comes or he will come. Also, The same grammar is used for if the person is non-human being also, it. Okay, so it can be he or it can be it. Both are, okay, because here the word is a day. Okay, so it should be it. Okay, now, so what's the sound of this word? Okay, let's look at a couple things. First of all, let's look at the ya.
Where does that day come from?
It will come further. No, in this case it is Rosolon.
Rosolon, yeah.
It is Rosolon. So in this case, it will not apply. Okay. In this case, only he will apply, because Rasul is a group of the people. Okay, passengers. Okay, so first of all, pronunciation of this word. Ya has a dhamma, which is a mismatch, because the ya matching letter is, or matching harakat is kasra. Alif has a matching harakat of fatha. Waw has the matching harakat of dhamma. Okay, so that is a mismatch here. So what we do, we do not pronounce the dhamma there. Okay, so what we do, we combine these two, and for now I'm just going to put this there, yeah. Then when you combine these, this fatha, because of this kasra, will pronounce as ti, yati. Okay, we're not done with this yet. Okay, so first cut is that yati means he comes or he will come. Okay, he comes or he will come. Okay, now I want to go back and say that this is not alif, this is a hamza. Okay, so I'm going to put actually a hamza here. Yati. Okay. Alif is basically is a chair hamza is sitting on. So in the tajweed, in the recitation, you do not pronounce alif, you pronounce hamza. The sound will be ya'ti, not ya. Don't say ya. Ya'ti. Alif is not doing anything, it's a chair for hamza. Actually, even if I don't write alif, it should be okay, because that's what I'm saying. That is the difference in Nastaliq and Usmani script here. In Usmani script, this is the way it is written, alif, ta and ya. In Nastaliq, it is written this way, alif, ta and ya. Okay. It is actually hamza here. This vertical line is nothing except that it is a chair for hamza. Okay, so the word is actually hamza, alif is not there. Okay, in Nastaliq font we just replace this whole thing by this line and call it alif. In Usmani it is a hamza with a little chair underneath. So sound of hamza is different sound of alif. Alif is stretched, ya. Hamza is ya. Okay. So when we pronounce, most of us, if we have read the Quran in Usmani, in non-Usmani, we say yatikum. It is not yatikum, it's yatikum. Okay, that's the reading. Okay, now, so go back here. This is present or future word, which is mudare. What lam will do, it will pull the meaning in the past. So instead of that saying he comes or he will come, the meaning will be he came. And then you put not there. So the meaning will be he did not come.
Wait a minute. The present tense, you say this is mudari. If he comes or he will come, it will take for present and future. But now you're saying that but it will become as a past?
This lam has the characteristic, this word lam,
To make it.
to make the meaning in the past.
Oh, okay, okay.
It always comes with the mudari, present tense.
Right.
But it takes the meaning in the past.
If it is lam there.
If the lam is there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay? So the meaning will be, he did not come. Not you have to put there because lam is negative. It's bringing the meaning of not. It's bringing the mudari into the past. And then you have an alif there, this hamza, which is a question mark. So combine all these three, meaning will be, did he not come? He did not come, become a question mark. Did he not come? That's how you make a question mark in English.
Yes.
With the same construct, it could also be, did they not come, right?
Okay, now this is a, no. But this is a group here.
Yeah.
That's the reason we are using grammar of single person. Yati is for one person, but Rusul is a group, which is a single entity.
I see. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not plural.
No, it's not a Jama Salim,
Uh-huh.
which is a full Jama.
Yeah.
I thought it's a Rusul is a plural of Rusul.
It is plural of Rusul.
That's why it's a
Rasul.
kum, right?
No, kum is different.
Oh,
Kum is bringing another part of the meaning.
okay.
But this he is one person,
Right,
right?
right.
But it is also used for the group. Because when you talk about the group, you use the grammar, even in Urdu, you use the grammar of a single person.
Yeah, but Urdu, yeah, वो ऐसा बोलते हैं, मगर kum इसमें दे आता ना?
Kum is.
नहीं, दे आता ना English में?
Don't look at kum right now. Okay. Don't even look at anything after yati. Just keep it here, okay?
No, when you say he is for single person, but we use they in English for, right? No?
Let's first finish the understanding of lam.
Okay,
Okay? I want you to make sure that you understand lam.
okay.
Okay? Forget about what is there. Okay? We have present tense, kal mudare or future. And the representation of the present tense is comes or will come. Okay? Lam will change the meaning to came, mahdi. Okay? Number one. Number two, lam will add the not in it. Negative. So the meaning will be he did not come. He came. Negative is he did not come. Lam did that.
Right.
And then you put this alif before that, so meaning will become a question mark. Did he not come? Did he not come? Okay? So that is so far the meaning of alam ya'ati. Okay? Now the word kum. Kum means you, all. Ya ma'ashar al-jinni wal-insi, did not the something come to you, to all of you. Kum means all of you, which means all the jinns and ins are you, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to them. Okay? So kum is pointing to jinn and ins. Okay. Now what came to them is the next word. Rusulun is the group of the messengers. So the meaning will be, did not the messengers come to you?
So in other words, messengers came to you, in other words, because of the lam.
Lam made it negative also.
Also, but in other words,
In the
it changed
past
to past.
tense.
Okay.
Because this conversation is taking place on the day of judgment. And it is about dunya. So when all of you, jinns and men, were living in the worldly life millions of years ago, did not messengers come to you? my messengers, did not they come to you? The question is being asked. Okay, so that is the alif, which is a question mark, lam and ya'ati. Combination of these three is making this statement. And when you add kum, that all of you, somebody may come, but it actually came to you. So that is what kum is doing here. And rusulun, now remember also that rusulun has two dhammas on it. That means it's in the rafa state. And whenever that comes, it replaces this pronoun here. When you say khalaqallahu, khalaqa means he created.
Right.
The word after that is Allahu in the rafa state, which is dhamma. Then you replace he by Allah. So here, rusulun will replace this he. Because rusulun is a group, it's a single thing.
Right.
It's like in English language, the singular collective noun, like team.
Yes, yes.
That's why.
So just remember that in English, also when you say the army arrived or army came, you're using the grammar of a single person there.
Right.
Okay. In Urdu, Fauj aa gayi.
Right.
You're using the grammar of one person there.
Right.
So same thing is happening here. Rusul is a plural, and the yati is the grammar of a singular person. It's being used for that. If the word was here not as a group, it's a many messengers, then it will be came, not come. Okay. When group is a one, imagine group is one entity. That's all.
Okay.
So you have to use the grammar of a single one. Okay?
So you explained to us khalaqallahu, when it's a rafa state, it becomes like a kasra, khalaqallahi, right?
No, I didn't say that.
No?
I said, if it is in the rafa state,
Right.
then it will replace the pronoun of khalaqa.
Right.
So it will become Allah created.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to write down that. Khalaqa, right?
Right.
Khalaqa. This word has a pronoun, doer,
Right. He.
okay,
Right.
and a verb, created, right?
Right.
Okay. So this is a file, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is a fail. Okay? Now I want to put a noun here. And I'm going to use the word Allahu. Okay? And this word, this time, I'm making sure that it has a dhamma at the end.
Right.
Okay?
Mhm.
So when a noun has a dhamma, we call it the rafa state.
Right.
So if I combine these two words together,
Right.
this word will become file itself and will replace this file here.
Okay.
So this meaning will be Allah created. Okay? Okay, same thing is happening. Rusulun is a rafa state because it has dhammas two dhammas on it.
Right.
So this rusulun will replace he here. So the meaning will be messengers came. Yati means he came. Rusulun will kill the he and take over.
The last letter of Ya, how come it disappeared in Yatikum? It's not present in there.
Right. In writing, how you pronounce this yati, right? It's not helping anything else.
But
It just it's no. I'm saying that when you combine with the kum, okay, your pronunciation will still remain same. you say ya ti or kasra or this, ya, they both have the same sound. Their sound is same. That's the reason I said there are these three letters. Okay. Alif, Waw and Ya. Alif has the sound of Fatah, Waw has the sound of Dhamma, and Ya has the sound of Kasra. Okay. So remember here, Ya has in the grammatical format, the Ya came with the sound of Dhamma. This is a mismatch because it doesn't follow the rule here. So that's the reason we got rid of this Dhamma, because it's a mismatch sound. Okay, so that's what we did. There was Dhamma here, here we got rid of Dhamma because it's a mismatch. Okay, and when we combine this with Kum, Yati, Kum, so you don't even need to write because T sound is already here. These two are similar sounds. Okay. So when you combine with Kum here, like that, it will be written as Ya Ti Kum.
But even in pronunciation, isn't it true that when you say yati, you say yati, which is a slight stretch as opposed to yatikum?
Right.
But there is no stretch on the tongue.
Right, right. So here are two other things happening there. If you notice that, I said it puts a jazm. So actually it will put a jazm on Ya. Okay, so it becomes Yati. If it was a fatha or kasra or some, if I put another kasra here under, then you will have to be Yati Yi. If I put a fatha, it will be Yati Ya, right? But if you put a sukoon here, sukoon is this thing, right? So it becomes Yati. Or sukoon is a jazm, same thing. Okay? So sound remains Yati. Don't stretch it. Yati Kum.
Do we need to stretch in yatikum?
No, that's not, don't stretch, because this sukoon will just make it sound very low. Because that's the characteristic of this. The thing is that in these three letters, there are two weak letters here. So a lot of sounding, adjustment we will have to do. If these three were like fa'ala, then it will be very clear. Because the harakat will stay there. We don't play around with the natural harakat of the grammar. But these two are parts of the three root letters, and both are weak letters. So they will go through a lot of adjustments in the pronunciation. Okay? So the final sound is Ya'tikum, came to you. Alam Ya'tikum, did not come to you. What did not come to you? The messengers. Did the messengers not come to you?
I have a question. I understand this the format of khalaqallahu. Taken, he is taken out, is khalaqallahu. Clearly, but when you refer that same thing with Rasulun, I got lost. Because how, I understand that when he was taken out, because when it becomes khalaqallahu, it's Allah created. But Rasulun,
Okay.
you told us the similarity, I got lost. Can you please?
Just follow the same pattern here. So you have here fa'ilun. He created, right?
Right.
Okay. Put the word rusulun after that, right?
Okay.
Rusul. And important thing is that put
Rusul.
dhammas.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Rasulun. Okay.
Okay. So rafa state.
Right.
So these are file now, right?
Right. Rasulun.
Okay. What this will do, this will still kill the sound of he here.
Okay.
So the meaning is messengers created.
So that means it becomes Rusulu.
No, nothing changed. One dhamma, two dhammas. It's always the rafa state.
Okay.
If it was two fathas, that will be different stories.
Okay.
As long as it's one dhamma or two dhammas, both are signs of rafa.
Okay. Okay.
Kitabun or al-kitabu,
Okay.
both are in the rafa state.
Okay. I got you.
Okay? So that's what's happening here. This rusulun is killing the sound of he and taking over. He came, rusul came. Just like
Right.
this.
Right. Okay.
Okay? So the question is that did not the messengers come to you?
Right.
Okay, so this will be the messengers did not come to you. Did not come to you, messengers.
So without the lam, alam, ya'tikum, would it be ya'tikum without? Because if I understand correctly,
Yeah,
it's the lam that makes the
yeah, yeah.
jazm.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Then the word is minkum. Okay, min has generally two meanings. Min means from, and min also means among.
Oh.
Hmm? So here it is among you. Okay, and even more understandable meaning will be from among you. Means they were not outsiders. If you spoke one language, they spoke the same language. If they were born in among you, they raised among you, they understood your culture, because all the prophets happened that way, that they were from among them. So among you.
The meme would have shadda on it.
Minkum.
Rusulum minkum or
Rusul, in the pronunciation,
yeah.
you will pronounce,
Rusulum minkum.
its pronunciation will remain same. What we do is, okay, so Rusulun will become Rusulum.
Yeah.
So if you put a shadda there, then the pronunciation will be Rusulum minkum.
Would placing a small meme be equivalent of that?
Yes, both ways it is done. Either you put a shadda, or on top of here you just put a little meme there, helping to recite correctly. So this is what question being asked. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further saying that what did these messengers do when they came to you in the worldly life? Okay? So the word is used is qaf, swad and swad. Qasasa. Okay? This word mostly is known in many languages. Qissa or narration. Huh? So mention. Any word can be used for that. Mention. Okay? And then you apply the grammar of yaf'aluna. Yaf'aluna.
जो बोलते हैं ना खिस्सा कहानी उसी का मतलब
Yes, exactly same word. Okay? So in this word yaf'aluna, this is third person and this is plural and also present tense. Okay? So you put a ya in the beginning and wuna at the end. And in this particular case, qaf, swad, swad. Qasasa, so you have two, okay, so So in this case, the middle letter carries Dhamma. Okay. So you have Yak, so Suna, if you pronounce separately. But when you combine with these two together with one Shadda, it will be Yaqussuna. Yaqussuna means they narrate, or they are narrating, they are mentioning. Okay?
How we put the Dhamma or the Yaqub? How you put the Yaq?
No, the sound will make it.
No, you said Yaqussuna. That means there is no Dhamma on the Khaf.
No, Yaqas you cannot pronounce if you just leave Fatha there.
Ah.
It'll be very awkward sound.
But there is no Fatha. You have a Sukun on the Khaf, right?
No. Okay, here. You have to do Yak, so, Suna, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay? Now take these two swords and put a Dhamma on them, right?
Yeah, with the Shadda.
Okay, with the Shadda.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And Vuna is there, right?
Right.
Okay. Now you have a Yav there, right?
Right.
Okay. So you have now Qaf, right? Okay. In order to pronounce with this swad, Yaqussuna. Because if you pronounce
Yeah.
Sukun, then you will not be able to pronounce swad.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Did you get it?
Yes.
No, I'm asking him. You're lost.
So
Okay. Can you pronounce this letter by itself? A swad, okay? Any letter which has a Dhamma, which has a Shadda. Can you pronounce this one? Because what's the meaning of Shadda here? Same letter pronounced twice, right? Okay. If I put a letter before that, let's see, I put Jim before that, right? Right? So in order to combine these two, Jim should have some harkat on it, right? Let's see if I put Sukun on this one. You cannot pronounce. So I have to put either a Fatha or a Dhamma or Kasra or something. It has a Sukun, so I cannot pronounce that Qaf. So I have to put some harkat on it. Okay, and the best harkat is that to match the sound, put a Dhamma there.
But in writing, you will not put on the top of the Khaf as a Dhamma. You will pronounce like Yaqussuna.
No, it's written in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay.
It's written there. If you pronounce it, you don't write, then you will not be able to
Oh,
pronounce
okay.
it.
I didn't say, okay.
Okay.
Although the first sod is the equivalent of Ain in Yaf'alun,
Yes,
but the root
has its swad.
has a Dhamma on it.
Dhamma,
that's
so that
why.
follow, yeah. Okay. So what is the meaning? If we translate in a smooth language, Ya ma'ashar al-jinni, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying on the day of judgment, O the company of jinns, wal insi, and the man, alam ya'atikum, did not come to you, rusulun, messengers, minkum, from among you, yaqussuna, reciting. They were reciting to you. They were mentioning to you. They were narrating to you. Alaykum, to you or upon you, ayati, my verses, my signs, my books. Okay? So yaqussuna will be, for a proper English, will be translated is that state of their, situation of their was, the job they were doing was, they were mentioning to you, they were reciting to you, they were telling you qissa, yaqussun. Okay? So it will be stating, any word can you put there? Stating or mentioning or reciting or talking to you.
Conveying to you.
Convey. So here, whatever ayati you can use, ayat is the plural ayati, my signs or my verses.
Yeah.
Ayatun is one ayat.
Yes.
Ayat is plural. And when you put a ya, that's my mind. So my verses, alaikum means to you. Allah means upon or to.
Yeah.
Kum means you. So what they were doing? They were reciting to you my verses, my message, my books. Ayati, my one individual, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this ya of ayati is being used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Me, which is me or mine,
Yeah.
which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ayati, my verses. So reciting or stating to you my verses. Now mostly ayats can be translated as signs and or verses, but here generally the translation, if this was signs, will be showing to you my signs, but here reciting, narrating to you, and what is narrated is something ayat, the verses or the revelation, statement, word. Okay.
Hafiz, there's a grammar question here. If an alternate form would be possible in the language, not about Quran, from the constructs we have learned so far, to say narrating to you, it could be yaqusunakum. Would that be permissible grammar or not?
Yeah.
In Arabic?
Yeah.
Except that in
No,
this
no,
case,
you're right. You're right. Why we have added the Allah? Because recited upon you. We want to bring the concept of upon you. Okay?
As opposed to unto you.
Unto you. Okay? Upon has more weight because it's coming from above. So yeah, if you can just use kum here, but kum you means, I gave you something, okay? But if you say, I forced this upon you, or I conveyed this upon you, it bringing a little bit more extra weight in the statement, okay? So my verses upon you or to you. Now that was the one function, one job of the messengers which they did. They always received the commandments from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in whatever form or format they received, they conveyed to the people. Okay. The second thing which they did is the word yunzirunakum. So let's look at that word. Okay. So the root letters are Noon, Dal and Ra. Okay. This is one Bab Fa'ala. In Bab Afala, it is Anzara. Okay. The meaning of this thing is to warn. And Nazara means to offer. And there are many other meanings. Nazar Niyaz, that means offering. Okay? But Af'ala is Andara, which is meaning to give warning. Okay? Now, when we look at the grammar template of these things, if you have three letters, Fa'ala, its mudare or present and present or future is yaf'alu. Yaf'alu. Okay? But if the word is af'ala, 4 letters, then this becomes yuf'ilu. Okay.
What is the template of Fala Yafalu is the Mudare, and what's the other one?
This is the same template, but if it is 4 letters. So what brings the meaning here? Ya brings the meaning of present and future tense, mudare.
Right.
Okay. So this is mudare. Right? And this is also mudare. But this is the mudare of 4 letters. This is the mudare of 3 letters. Okay. So if for example, if I use this word fa'ala, so it will be yan zaru. Yan zaru. The meaning will be he offers. Okay. But if I apply on these 4 letters, that will be this template. So this will be yun ziru. Okay, so here I'm going to write so you can see the difference. This will be yun ziru. This will be yan zuru. Yaf'alu yanzaru. Right? And this will be, so what changed actually? This fataha changed into this dhamma, and this fataha changed into kasra. Okay? How meaning changed? He offers, he wants. Present tense.
Meaning are the meaning changes, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then there are different meanings. First time, this one is he offers. This meaning will be he wants. Okay. So yunziru, this word, he warns, or he will warn. Plural is wuna. Yunziruna. They were warning. Kum means you. Okay, so that was the second thing Rasul were doing. They were reciting my verses to you, and wa means and, yunziruna, warning, kum means you all. So they were warning you.
Right, but in other words, since you have 2 meanings here, to offer and to warn, can we use that one offer also? We understand this concept of the whole ayah. I'm not talking about this. Since we have 2 meanings of to offer, to warn, nadara, anzara. Oh, okay, I got it. I got the.
But Quran using the second one.
Yes. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay, so wa means and. Okay, and here I would do the same thing. I would translate warning you. Okay, my messengers came, they were reciting my ayat and warning you. Okay. And you means all of you.
And yunzirune,
They warning you, right? But because we are already in a translating Rusulun plural, you can translate to expanded meaning, but in a simplified meaning. My messengers came to you, reading my verses and warning you. So you don't have to repeat they all the time. Okay? Now, what were they warning about? There's a specific thing was mentioned here. Okay? First of all, the word is Yawmun, day, a day. Kum means you all. Okay. First of all, combine these two as mudaf mudaf ilayh by putting an off. Okay. So this will become yaumu, or kum will not change because it's a pronoun. Kum will remain kum. So yau mokum. Okay. Meaning will be day of you or your day. Same thing. Your day. Yaumukum, your day. Okay. Now let's look at another word first. Lam, Qaf, and Ya. This means to meet. Okay. The noun from this is liqa'un. Liqa'un means meeting. Mulaqat. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write down, erase this, and write down the liqa'un here, meeting. Okay. Now I'm going to combine these two just by putting an off in between. Okay, so meaning will be meeting of your day. Meeting of your day. What will happen in Arabic? We change these two dhammas to one dhamma.
First, okay.
Okay, and second word changes it to a kasra. What's the second word? Is yaumo, right? So it will become yaumi, right? So the final word will be, I'm going to rewrite for clearance, liqa'a yaumi. Okay, the word is kum, right? For ease of pronunciation, I'm going to pronounce this kum as kim. Is it actually kum or kum? It remains kum, right? So it doesn't change here. Yau mi kum, that's fine here. In this case. Yeah, here doesn't need to change because it's easy to pronounce yau mi kum. Okay. So we have, again, sorry, this is the word liqa'u, right? Liqa'u yaumikum, the meaning meeting of your day. Okay, now, so meeting of your day. Now I'm going to make one more and then come back to this one. I'm going to put the word haza after that. Haza means this. Okay. Haza means this.
Why you put two things on, one is the pata and the kara zabar?
Ha-za.
No, the kara zabar is referring to ha, right? But why is this a pata?
No. Ha-za, right?
Also the when,
One
okay.
is on zal.
Or you can zal. You need to fatah on zal.
Here also need to put the
You put a zabar here? Yeah, okay. Okay. That's the way haza is the way it's written there. Ha-za. ha, alif and zal.
Right, so what confusing is you put the fatha as well as the, that's why in the paper it says.
In here?
No, in the paper it says only one khara alif. There is no fatha on the ha.
Oh, that's
think by mistake.
no, that's Usmani. This is Usmani script. That's Usmani.
Both
We're
are
talking
same, right?
about that same thing here. Yeah.
But here is only there's a khara alif. That's why I said why there is two things on the ha.
Yeah. See, so that is it. What is the difference in that? In when you put a khada alif,
That's
this is what you got to carry. This is equal to like this. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
So that's Nastaliq font,
Oh,
and in Arabic they don't put, in Usmani they don't put in Nastaliq font.
okay.
So that's the
I was
difference.
just confused as why there are two things on one.
So you
Okay.
should learn to read both Qurans.
Listen, we will be lucky if we can learn to do one. Thank you.
Okay, so I put this haza here, and in the translation I'm going to put this here. Okay, meeting of this day of yours or this your day. Okay, so liqa'u yawmikum haza, meeting of this day of yours. This is your day. Means you have been gathered today on the day of judgment, all of you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is your day today. Your day of judgment. Okay? Haza, this day. Okay? So today, now, this day, okay, they were warning you in the worldly life about this day that you are meeting here with me today. So haza is bringing that meaning here. Okay? They were warning you of this day of your meeting with me. Okay? So that is liqa'u yawmikum haza. In the Quran, it is liqa'a. Okay? What made it liqa'a? Because this is a maf'ul of yunziruna. When a noun comes as a maf'ul, then it becomes nasab state, and that the template that we always define is khalaqal insana. We say khalaqa, he created. He created, and if we use the word after that, any noun, and if that noun has a fatha on it, okay, if the noun has a fatha, then it is a maf'ul. So meaning will be he created the man. Okay, and if I change this to a dhamma, then the meaning will be the man created. Remember that we saw khalaqallahu, Allah created. So dhamma in the rafa state will replace this pronoun.
Right.
In the fatha state, it does not replace the pronoun. It becomes full meaning. He created the man. Okay? Yunziruna, same thing. They warn. Okay? Liqa'a, the meeting. Insan, there's a meeting. They warn of the meeting.
So what are you trying to explain?
I'm saying that there is a fatha there. In the grammar, we have come up with a dhamma. What will make it a fatha? Because there is a word yunziruna before that. And by this rule, that fatha is there. Liqa'u changes to liqa'a because of the yunziruna. Because of this rule here. Okay.
So yunziruna is referring to Allah, right?
No.
Warning,
Yunziruna is a
Allah is
fail. That's all.
Oh.
Fail and a file.
Okay.
Yunziruna is a fail,
Right.
right? And file is there, right? They.
Okay.
And maf'ul is meeting. Fail, file, maful, doesn't matter what is going on, three things are there. Yunziruna is a fail, is a verb.
Maful here is insan.
But there maful is meeting. Liqa'u. Liqa'u is the maful there.
Okay.
Okay, because they are warning of the meeting. So work is being done on the meeting.
Okay.
Okay? It's not easy, but once you understand, you'll be surprised that the beauty of the Quran, you know. Okay? So they were warning of this day to you. Okay? So liqa, meeting. Of this day of yours. Okay.
Didn't we learn that one when it comes to that one, when it's a maful, that Dhamma has changed to the Fatha? But how come that liqa'u, if it's a maful, how come it does not be liqa'a then?
That's what I'm saying. In the Quran, it is liqa'a.
Oh, okay. Oh.
That's the reason it's changed. Here it is liqa'u.
Oh.
If I put the yunziruna before that, it will become liqa'a. One more thing I want to point out, that because there is a hamza and there is alif, so this alif should be pronounced with a mad. That's the rule, tajweed. Okay, so that's how it's written in the Quran also.
Then Hamza comes next to alif.
After alif.
Alif.
Okay. Qalu. Now, so what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke up to this point. Okay. Now they are replying. This jinn and man are qalu, they are saying something, they are responding. So now here again, qalu is the grammar of past tense. They said. But in the hereafter it will be the grammar of certainty, they will say. So they will reply. People will reply and jinns will reply. They will say, okay. Then the word is shahida, sheen, ha and dal. This means to witness. Sheen, ha and dal. To testify or to witness. Gawahi dena. Okay?
And then the native form, the ha has a kasra.
Yes.
Harakat.
Yeah. So you apply the grammar of fa'alna. Fa'alna means we did. Shahidna, we testify. Okay? Again, the past tense grammar it is used, but they will say and they will testify. We witness. Okay? Then we have the word noon, fa and seen. Okay? Nafsun means self. Nafsun means self. Okay? Its plural is anfusun. Anfusu and na. Anfusuna. Selves, na is us, ourselves. Okay? So anfusuna means ourselves. Anfusuna. Okay. Now alal. Allah is a harf-jar. Harf-jar will change this letter to kasra. Anfusina. Ana, Allah, because when you're testifying, you usually testify against yourself. There, on the day of judgment. So Allah will be translated as against. Yes, they will admit that messengers came and they were warning and all that. And so they will say, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, today we confirm, we witness, we testify against that we were wrong. Okay. Ala anfusina, against ourselves. Our own selves is a better translation. Own selves. Okay. Then the root letters are ghain, ra and ra. Gharara means to deceive.
In this ayah, Halu is referring to the jinns and
Men.
Okay.
Because they are replying now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks something, they are responding.
This is we ourselves will witness against, right?
Yes. Wagharrat. Very interesting is that, let me first translate and then I'll point out to this thing. Gharara is ghurur, is words that we know, to deceive. Okay. Okay. Fa'ala means he did. Okay. Fa'alat, if you put a ta, it becomes she did. Okay. So if I apply this grammar here, this will become ghararat or gharrat, right? So gharrat, gharrat, she deceived. Okay. Okay. Then the word after that is whom, means them, right? She deceived them. Okay, whatever that she is, we'll look into that. But something feminine had deceived them. Okay, what is that? Let's look at the word here. Dunya, this word we know. Dunya means world. Okay. Put al before that. It become al, pronunciation will be ad-dunya, the world. Okay, that's one word. It's up to here. Okay, so this will be ad-dunya. Ad-dunya, the world. Okay, and then start with these letters. Ha, ya, ya means to live. Okay, hayatun means life. This is written two different ways. You can write down very straight. Ha, ya, tun, life. Wow is written, it is not pronounced. Ha, ya, tun. Wow is not pronounced. This word is also written in this way. Hayatun.
So
In the
we cannot
Quran, it
use
is with the wow.
Maftuha, we cannot use it. It has to be ta maftuha.
What's that?
No, you cannot use, this is ta marbuta we use, but we cannot use the ta maftuha, the open ta, we cannot use
because this is a feminine word.
Haya. Remember
That's
haya?
in Urdu you write down.
Oh, okay.
That's Urdu.
Okay, I'm sorry. I get confused.
This is ta marbuta at the end.
Okay.
Hayatun. Okay. And the meaning of this word is life. Okay. So in the Quran it is written this way. Okay. Now you put the al before that. Al means the life, right? Okay. And al will change to this one dhamma. Okay. So we have two words now, al-hayatu and ad-dunya. Al-hayatu and ad-dunya. Okay. So life of the world. Life of the world. Okay. Hayatud dunya. Al-hayat, the life of the world.
Yes.
The life of the world. Okay. Now, gharratuhum, deceived them, the life of the world. Now, who would be speaking that?
Human.
Huh?
Human and jinns.
No.
Allah.
They are saying we witness our against our own selves. Okay. Who is them here? Who is deceived?
Then those people, the jinns and inns,
So the who will be talking this word?
they themselves are talking, right?
You know, you cannot talk about them.
Allah is talking about them.
You cannot use the word for yourself.
Right. Them, yeah.
Them
Allah
or
is talking
whom.
about them.
So
Yeah.
somebody else is saying that.
It's a third person thing.
Third, someone is saying that now they are admitting their fault in the worldly life. That means the life of the world had deceived them. See, speaker is changing so quickly here that you have to really focus from the context who is speaking. Okay? Someone else is saying they cannot say about themselves with the pronoun they. So someone is saying, okay? So here, the speaker is not mentioned here, but it's being talked about them. Okay? So meaning is that the life of the world deceived them. And the word is and in between. By the way, this all is for us.
Yes.
Don't think that there are some
Yes,
other
yes.
sums, you know.
Yes.
They're all human beings, same
of
people,
us.
all of us. Okay? The whole humanity is being addressed here. Okay? And one or the other time, all of us fall into these traps of worldly life. Okay? Then again it becomes washahidu. Now, shahidna means we testify. Shahidu, they testify. Okay? So now we're back to them. Okay? So it will be
They testify.
and they testify. Or they will testify, because we're talking about it in the hereafter. And now they are again man and jinn. They will witness again. Okay? Okay, this formation is similar. Allah anfusina against ourselves.
Right.
Allah anfusim against their own selves.
Under their own self.
Yeah. Against their own selves. Now, what will they testify this time? Next three words are telling that. What are they admitting this time? Okay. Annahum, anna means indeed. Hum means they. Indeed they. Or certainly they themselves.
So here, anfusina is, I understand, against own self, but anfusihim is them, right?
Right, but
Jinn
again,
and jinn.
somebody else is speaking about them now.
Okay.
Okay. And they will witness, which means now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about them again. That they will witness against their own selves. Okay. When they spoke, they said we witness against ourselves, but the same statement someone is repeating. You will say they witness against their own selves. Okay. And what is that they are saying this time? Indeed, they themselves were disbelievers. The emphasis is that indeed they themselves are saying that they used to disbelieve. They were, kanu means they were, in the worldly life, kafir in which plural, they were disbelievers.
Indeed they were, yeah.
They themselves were disbelievers.
Shouldn't be kafirun.
The word is kafirun, but it is coming as a maf'ul of kanu, and plural change. Let me just briefly go over that. The last thing is that so let's say that khalaqa, again use that one. Khalaqa, and the word was al-insanu, right? So he created, and if I make this a fatha, then the meaning will be the man, right? He created the man. Okay. Now, if it was khalaqa, he created, and instead this time say al kafiruna, it's a plural, huh? Kafiruna, plural. In this singular, we changed dhamma to a fatha, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the plural, we change wa to a ya. Okay, so it becomes kafirina. Okay, so here khalaqa is but this is file, fail, and maf'ul, right? Combination of these three things, right? What is the word here? The word is kanu. Instead of khalaqa, it is kanu. Huh? Okay. Kanu means they were or they became. So this were actually is a verb here. Okay. So they is file, were is a fail, and maf'ul is kafirina. Okay, so that's the reason. Kanu is the verb there. That is changing. So this, you don't have this khalaqa here, you have a kanu there. Okay. So just remember the rule that when it is coming, something work is being done on a singular, it changes Dhamma to a fatha. But if the work is being done on the plural, then wuna changes to vina. Yeah.
So here, kanu is the.
It's a verb. Kana, kafa, noon, kauna is a verb. 3 letters, root letters, and its grammar is kanu. They were. Okay.
You started with some digression on gharara. So I'll come back to it. What was it? When you wrote gharara, you said something interesting. But okay, let's first finish this. You said so. You were going to say something about gharara.
No, I think what I was going to say is that we use the grammar of the feminine here, gharra and gharrat. Why did we use the grammar of feminine there? Because hayat is a feminine. So that's the point. I think I did mention somewhere, but that's what I was going to come back. That why are we using the grammar of feminine here? Gharrat. Okay, hayat is a feminine, so she deceived. The hayat of the worldly life deceived them. Okay, so that is what many speakers are making this statement here. So inshallah we'll stop
Hayat is the
here.
feminine, that's where the gharrat came as the feminine.